Alright, welcome to my second video where I'm going to coach / give commentary on the gameplay decision as we go. Chris with a deep serve, great deep serve, gets a shorter return. Weak volley where, we start the game off with a body bag. That was not intentional by me. I'm the dude who just got the other guy with the ball. Oops. So sorry as I clear my sinuses out. Oh, that was, alright, we need a hot guy on that. I'm going to add that in after. That was probably wide, but, so going back to the first point, if I replayed it, Chris hit a great drive, and that volley was sitting up there, and he didn't run in and take the next ball to the air. That's something you should really look to do in pickleball. There, I just, hit that right at his body to see if he could reset it. Probably not the smartest shot by me. I got to get more roll on that and get that down at my opponent's feet, especially when your opponent is in the midcourt. If you can get that ball below their knees to where they have to reset from down low, it's very effective. Great drop by Chris middle there. Gets in a cross-court dink battle. This allows us to shift together. And Chris finds the open line, and that's just great pickleball point construction. Like I said, this video is part of a series. I'm going to be posting a ton of gameplay with commentary, mainly on decision-making and coaching. It drops a little high. Chris gets kind of stuck in the back, but then he hits a good second drop. And then he just goes for too much there. He got the high ball. It was to the backhand, but I would have put that low and in the middle again. Needed to be more topspin on that last shot, too. Good drive there, and you see me looking to crash and put pressure by running towards the middle. Really hard to stick that first volley when the drive's low and you have someone crashing in the middle. Good serve return, great drop by Chris. I like this point construction again, back into backhand dink. He's keeping it low, good. He finds the middle and gets the error. That was perfect. I love that he hit 2 or 3 wide dinks, and then he found the roll through the middle. It was still a dink, but past the kitchen and create way more footwork for your opponent and an error. Ooh, Chris, you got to slide to the middle there. If you attack cross court, got to move with the direction you're attacking. All right, we're trying to figure out the score here. That's really tough, but counting isn't our strong suit. We got a let here with that ball rolling on. This venue is at fault in Farmers Branch, Texas. They have 5 indoor courts and 4 outdoor. They have electronic darts, cornhole, bar, restaurant, everything you need. Ceilings are high enough for indoor pickleball as well. All right, back to the pickleball game after that brief advertisement. I'm kidding. Oh, he found his feet. Good. And that's just an easy put away by me. Even on that shot, you got to look at how you create pressure on your opponent by getting the ball down on your drive. It doesn't necessarily have to be the fastest drive, but it's got to be low. And then get under, get in, get under, and look to volley the next ball if you have the opportunity. That's an error our opponent would like to have back. It happens, but you just got to shake it off. It took too big of a swing there probably, but it's an overhead, so just go for more of an angle on that first overhead. That ball sails out. Chris was not stable when hitting that ball. I'm not calling him, unstable as a person at Chris. I'm just kidding. But his base, he wasn't set. His feet were moving the whole time. He kind of ran through the shot. If you don't have a stable foundation, you're gonna miss a lot of your drives. And then I just missed a routine drop there. That's embarrassing. Playing like a 2-5. Oh, and then we got a service error. It's contagious. Can't even get the ball over the net. Right there, everyone's playing like a 2-5. It's a pretty good serve there. And so when someone's driving the ball at you, I'm even showing Chris there, you don't want to engage that wrist that much. He used his wrist. He kind of, I don't want to say flailed, but he didn't hit that solid. Just think of it as a boxer going for a jab. Just put your paddle face directed towards your target and just push through it. Do not go for a lot of rotation. Just block it back at the opponent's feet. Okay, I should never coach again with that shot. I don't know why. I was daydreaming. I was playing that he was hitting through the middle, and I got chicken winged. That was really bad. I hope some of my friends zoom in on that, screenshot it, and send it to me and talk trash. There, Chris did a much better job there. That overhead was out, so I spoke too soon. But his first volley, though, that drive was fast, coming in low. He stayed low, and he didn't engage his wrist, and he just pushed it back. Good deep return. There he does again. Simplify. This is the formation we want to be in. Chris dinking across court like that had been working out for us, and we get another, I guess you could say, point. Obviously, we were not the serving team, so we don't score, but we get the ball back. Ooh, just misses. I couldn't tell from this angle if Chris's feet were in motion, but not a bad drive. I would just go middle there rather than straight ahead. Good drop middle, and you get the error. Dropping in the middle of the court is a way underutilized strategy in pickleball. It feels like everyone wants to hit that cross-court angle, that perfect drop that makes the opponent have to step outside of the lines to go get it on the return. Yeah, it can be a great shot, but dropping middle, man, you can run in and cut off all the angles, and it's really easy as the partner to play off of that ball. Come on, Chris. Keep that ball low. And that volley goes in the net. Good job attacking the backhand there by Chris. I don't know what the score is, but me and Chris are going to win this game. Fully confident. I'm kidding. Not the purpose of this video. Chris finds the feet. That drive was a little high. Kept that volley pretty simple. Great job, Chris. Putting me on his back. I'm the backpack he's carrying to victory. Good deep serve there. Good ball through the middle. I put pressure, but that volley was just too wide. Oh, I set him up for an ATP, but he hits it just long there. My footwork was the reason I did not hit a good dink there. I was reaching for the ball. I didn't get wide enough, and then I hit a ball wide enough that if it was an indoor facility with the kind of more narrow courts, it should have been an easy ATP. Either way, very makeable ATP. Our opponent wishes he had that one back, I'm sure. Good deep serve. We got the shorter return, and that's where you got to drive it and then get in and take the volley right there. That's just an error by Chris. He needs a little bit more rotation on that follow through, but we set ourselves up. Wow, what a serve and crash. Oh, I got lucky. I chicken winged it back. Good touch here, and it sails long. That was what I call a chicken with her head cut off crazy point. We were, yeah, not necessarily good pickleball there, but we got a good lucky shot by me to keep that one ball back in play. Good drop. Good job by Chris getting the ball deep at the player's feet, but the net cord sat that ball up and our opponent tattooed it. Great job. So I wouldn't recommend doing what the guy on the left side of the screen is doing right now. He's starting way inside the baseline when his partner serves and then backing up. I think it's a habit he's developed. Maybe it's because he's got a really good third shot and he's baiting people to return to him. But next time you see his partner serve, you'll notice it. He walks in. He's walking in the court right now. It's different when you're on the returning team. But if you are not behind the baseline when your partner's serving, most people are going to return that ball deep at your feet. Oh, Chris with a good defense. I get it back down in the kitchen. And I blow an easy ATP. Yeah, hats off. Not a good shot by me. And you're running forward, so I got to put more whip action in that swing to bring that ball back in. But, I mean, I could have just dinked it in play. Chris off the net cord. Good. Good rally here. Oh, that ball's high. Oh, but he's in it. And that ball was out. But you got to go for extra credit with the overhead. Chris wins another point. He's been basically carrying the team. All right, we got the short return. Good drop there. Tricky little spin by our opponent. And a missed dink. If you see that, I'm not trying to pick on my partner here, but Chris was reaching. He did not shuffle wide enough and get out there with his feet. Reaching for dinks is such a bad habit. Just from bad footwork, I do it too. Everyone does it. Good attack there. If you find yourself having to reach and stretch to hit a dink, you should have engaged your feet more. Ooh, tricky spin serve inside. Ooh, and that's my bad in the middle there. We kind of both reached for it, but that's a great drive. It's another benefit of driving middle. If you can drive hard and low through the middle of the court, it is not fun to defend. Good poach there. You see me clapping. That was a great job. Anything that sits up high in the middle is a death sentence. So whereas I just talked about the benefit of hitting through the middle, you got to keep the ball low. When you go in the middle of the court, it's got to be low. There we go. Chris, good volley. Oh, tweener time. I got it back at least, and that's what happens when you showboat with the tweener. No, that was a great volley by our opponents. I should have played that ball out of the air. I don't know what I was thinking, but, well, probably wasn't thinking. That's probably the problem. I am a blonde, so. Oh, and I'm going to just say that's because he wanted to give the point back after I hit the tweener. Not really, but those are momentum shifts. Like right here, I just hit a tweener, so you feel good even though you lost the point. Then you get a freebie, and like, yeah, they come back and win this point, but like, when you're rolling and you're serving and you give away a free point by missing a serve, not give away, but you miss a serve in the net and you kill all your momentum and get a side out, it can destroy your game right here. Now, they got it back together and they've won and got themselves a side out, but I always tell people in doubles, a big serve is just like, it's a risk reward, but you cannot miss a lot of serves in doubles. It's different than singles. There's a lot more reward on going for big serves in singles. And I'm not saying as the game evolves and these paddles get hot, you should definitely use your big serve if it's something you have. Oh, body bag off the net. Chris takes it to the neck or face area. That's no fun. But you have to be mindful that you only get 2 opportunities on the side out. Oh, see, he's standing way in the court here. Now look, he backs up. I think we should be hitting all those returns deep at him. Oh, get off my net. We got him. But yeah, court positioning is so important. You're setting yourself up to succeed. When he's standing inside the baseline, I think he's just trying to get us to hit more returns to him so he gets more of the thirds. Because he is backing up as soon as the point starts. We get an error here. All right, me and Chris, we got to take this away. We got to end this thing. And that ball's deep. So, and you just got to think of how many points we lost or won in the first 4 balls. That's not high quality pickleball. We have to play longer points. And GG, we get the game there on a great drive by Chris. I would say that it's something that more players need to focus on is prolonging points rather than ending points. The longer you stay in the point, the more likely your opponent is to just shoot themselves in the foot and mess it up. If you enjoyed this content, please like, subscribe. Yeah, this is my crappy YouTube channel, Pickleball Traveler Game. I'll put on the logo later, but I do want to get to where I do more coaching videos in the future. But right now, this is part of a series where I'm just going to comment on gameplay, try and give some strategy insights, and yeah, doing the best we can here. Me and Chris got the dub. We'll post another one soon next week.